Okay, we are back with the $1 Trade Show, GMGM. I'm Diego, this is Nick, and today we have with us Roman from Bravado Trading. How you doing, Roman?
Good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, good. What's it, Nick? What's it? Stop the song, please. Can you hear us? I don't know if you can hear us.
I can hear you, but I had like 10
Oh,
different audios playing in the background there.
okay,
I
great.
opened up the live stream in another tab and you started talking and we had all these beats
Oh,
going.
damn.
I was like, I
It
am so
goes crazy. It's Monday. We are happy with not Grumpy Monday, but it's Monday still. Okay, what's up, Roman? Great to have you here, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, pleasure to be on you guys. On with you guys. Listening to a couple podcasts, so super excited to share some wisdom, some thoughts, and just hear you guys as well.
Cool, great. So let's talk a little bit about you and what you're building with Bravado before we move to the content we have to cover today. So tell us a little bit, how did you get into the prediction markets space? And then what is Bravado Trade?
Yeah. So quick background. I started in Web3 about 2021. Uh, I was employee number 10 at QuickNode, and I'm still at QuickNode full time now. So it's kind of a good milestone where I joined QuickNode right after pre-seed, and it has now grown to like a Series B company. So I've worked with some of the biggest companies like Phantom, OpenSea, BitGo, etc. And I've always loved building, and I still love to build on the side. And I kind of it was honestly between building via Hyperliquid ecosystem and prediction markets. But I've always enjoyed trading more than what you could call essentially um, like the lending route and the traditional finance. I love Hyperliquid as well. I think it's a great ecosystem and it's going to enable a lot of tech and like just like the HIP3 permissionless upgrade. But TLDR is we currently have a team of 6 from companies such as Coinbase, Arbitrum, Boston College. So we have a pretty solid team between engineering and marketing. What we're building is okay. So I know a lot of people are building terminals, right? What we want to do is we're going a different route where, and this is no shade to anybody else, but I think a lot of the terminals that are being built don't have the best architecture. So what that means is a lot of the terminals rely on Polymarket specifically, Polymarket endpoints, which is
Mhm.
easy to do, right? All you do is you build like a nice front end, and then you plug in all the Polymarket endpoints. A good example of this is if you want to check like if they're using Polymarket endpoints, go to the top holders for a market on a terminal. It will usually be 20. And the
Mhm.
reason why it's 20 is because that's the most that the Polymarket API provides. Um, so that's kind of like where okay, it's fine. Some people, it's not like the biggest feature, but there you kind of see that like everybody's kind of just like doing like a white glove approach, which is fine. It's like if that works, I think Base kind of did that in Hyperliquid as well. They just did a better UI UX than Hyperliquid, and then they have their own ecosystem. That's totally fair. The approach that we're doing is we want to be an aggregator. Um, Covering many markets. And
Mhm.
what I think will make us stand out is we have an official partnership with Kalshi and another partner of theirs. So we plan to be the first on chain aggregator for Kalshi Polymarket, and then we'll launch like permissionless or opinion. Um, Polymarket will be the start, and then we'll integrate Kalshi probably in the next month. So what that means is right now, if you want to bet, there are other terminals which you could bet on for Kalshi and Polymarket. But if you want to bet on on Kalshi, you have to input your Kalshi private key, which means you already have to have an account. You already have to have credits on their account. You have the KYC.
Mhm.
So it's kind of just like okay, you bring these two platforms onto one UI UX, which is fine. What we want to do is we want to give you the ability to spin up a wallet and be able to bet with Ethereum, with Bitcoin, with Trump coin on Kalshi, on Polymarket, and
Okay.
etc.
This is pretty cool,
So
and this is sorry to interrupt you because that's really alpha here because that brings down all the criticism that we've been reading about people saying, okay, Cauchy is not a lot of reasons that is around about the know your customer thing around Cauchy. So you're saying that what you're building will allow people to trade Cauchy in a kind of a permissionless way.
That is correct. Yeah. The company we're working with, they have over. I'm not sure. I'll see what I can share, but I know they have a bunch of partners coming on. It will be using technically Cauchy's order book. So it won't like be Cauchy that you're interacting with. You're
Mm-hmm.
interacting with their order book, which is supported by a partner of theirs. I will say this partner is a very trusted partner in the space. And yeah, it's like I know we're not going to be the only ones that do this. They're going to have public docs. We just hope to have like the first movers advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
And talking about first movers, when are you planning to launch this? Because I can see here, I'm on your Twitter here. So
Yeah.
if you guys are listening to us, you can go to bravadotrade.com, and then there's the wait list. Any estimate date to launch this?
Um, it's tough because we're perfectionists, and essentially TLDR either in the next 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay,
Um, yeah.
maybe before Christmas.
If Yeah, maybe before Christmas. If we push it until like December 26th, it would probably we're just gonna push it off to January 1st or
Makes
like
sense.
January 3rd, like that week, because
Mhm.
people aren't really online as they shouldn't be between Christmas and New Year's. Like yeah, spend time with family, spend
Yeah.
time with friends. So and then after that, either before Christmas or right after the New Year. Our beta will probably have Poly Market only because we just want to
Mhm.
ship it, and then and planning to have it in the next in like beginning of January, we should have technically Cauchy live.
Okay. Okay. Great. Nick, any question you have for Roman? I'm really excited about this possibility
Yeah,
to being able to access Cauchy trading through Bravado without know your customer. And yeah, go ahead, Nick, before
I,
I
I,
make my
how
question.
are you handling the multi-coin aspect of it?
We're just gonna use a bridge to essentially bridge tokens from you could bridge. So just like a share, obviously Poly Market will be handled on Polygon, and then the Cauchy trading will be done on Solana. So
Okay.
you could just have a simple transaction where you swap, you bridge Ethereum to Solana and then execute a trade, right? Um, yeah, that's kind of the convenience of it. Yeah, we plan to implement all of that. Maybe for MVP, you might have to natively do it, but I think that's a priority feature where we're gonna kind of do an auto bridge.
Yeah, because I mean that's super handy. For me, that's the thing that stood out. It's just like you don't need to think about it. You don't need to
Exactly.
wait for bridges or muck around your wallet too much. If you just connect and it bridges, it all
Yeah,
bridges for you, and you can start trading. That'd be great.
that's the
And,
beauty
and
of that's the beauty of Web3, and kind of like how Poly Market or just prediction markets overall, I think is going to be like a big onboarding for Web3. Is a lot of the stuff like coming from a QuickNote background, like you understand like what the architecture is, you understand like for example who they're using for their wallet. It's you're able to see that you could deploy any token, and then you're able to trade basically on Poly Market. But you understand like all the infrastructure that goes into creating a really good process for like the Web3 ecosystem.
great. And from the user's perspective, so will I going to be allowed in the future to have my account with Bravado? So we will be able to create my wallet there and access both markets from Polygon, from Polymarket and Cauchy at the same time? That's the end goal.
Correct. Yes. So essentially, we're kind of I don't even want to say pivoting, but we aren't biased towards one prediction market. I think a lot of them have their advantages. Like for example, I think Cauchy does very well in the like just normal not Web3 audience. Like I have friends who aren't in Web3 and they bet on Cauchy, right? There's
Mhm.
US based, so that's kind of what I see. I think they do very well on sports. Um, I think Polymarket is amazing technology. I love their story too. I love how they're using like the Web3 Rails. We also do work with the Polymarket team closely as well. I have direct line with them. Big fan of what they've done as well. like shout out Primo. He's like one of the like really good engineer. He built like Polymarket Analytics. Now he works at Polymarket time. So kudos to him. But yeah, we're not like biased towards any of them. Like what we want to do is just become an aggregator at what that truly is. So we might even just route you to the best possible price. We might give users the ability to select who they want to be routed to, because Kalshi doesn't have higher fees than Polymarket. So that's there too. But yeah, there's kind of we're figuring out like if we want to give the flexibility, or well, we will have flexibility in the beginning, and then maybe we do auto route, or you can find arbitrage opportunities as
that exactly what I was thinking about, arbitrage, because if you can aggregate everything and have the speed to tap in one of another market from the same platform without having to go to Kalshi, to Polymarket, or maybe in the future to Limitless, Opinion, and whatever. I mean, it's great for the traders. And one more thing that I want to ask you, I mean, is it going to have a kind of a spread for the user? So when I place an order through Bravado, am I going to be charged an extra fee for that? Because it seems that you guys are offering some benefits for the traders itself.
Yeah.
So basically, the question is, how do you make money?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we will have a spread, or like a fee, I guess you want to call it. It won't be high. I don't know what that number is yet, but I can confirm it will not be like close to 1%. It will be below it. We also will have one of our like core products, which we just shipped the video about, is like the copy trading. That one it should be that one. Yeah. That one we're probably gonna have slightly higher fee than traditional trade, but that is still TBD. We don't have a number yet, but I could probably gonna be around like the 25 to 30 bips. So 25% of 1%.
No, yeah. 0.25. Yeah. Amazing. Makes total sense. I mean, if you guys are offering some advantage to traders, it makes total sense to charge it for that.
Yeah, we don't want to do it. Like don't have any plans of that. I think I view tokenization as essentially IPO. So you should probably mainly launch a token. I get it. Everybody's in a different financial point. Like we're fully bootstrapped. We don't have any VC money. But like we don't want to launch a token and then kind of go up and then they go down.
Yeah. No, Nick and I, we've been really in favor of products that are self-sustainable, and the tokens have an actual utility for users or for platform. It needs to make sense, not only just give money to the team or to investors, but
Exactly.
I mean, sounds
It needs
pretty
to have
cool.
utility, and it needs to be attached to a protocol that generates revenue, right? That's the step that crypto needs to do now, because we've just had magic money trees for a while.
It's a challenge. I'm not saying that's easy. It's a challenge. I understand. Okay, pretty cool. We are going to keep an eye on Bravado Trades. Let us know when you guys are close to launch the platform. We will love to take a look and share more about that with our audience.
Appreciate it.
Okay, great. So I know you can stay a little bit more with us. So guys, let's move to the content part where we cover what's going on prediction markets here. As always, on Mondays, we are going to cover a little bit of data. Oh, damn. I now realize, Nick, that now I don't have the highlighting tool that I used to have, because I changed. Thanks to you telling me to change the browser. Yeah, now you guys can see we are using Brave, not a Safari guy anymore. So, okay, let's see. We were talking about Kalshi right now, and Roman, feel free to tap in to give opinions anytime you want. So, Kalshi is setting a new records again. So, you mentioned Primo Data that has been doing the Polymarket Analytics tool, and here we have Aaron with Kalshi Data, which is a great platform as well. So, Kalshi is setting new records again. With data as of November 25, Kalshi has already registered over 17 million total monthly transactions, making a new all-time high. For comparison, last month, which is October, closed around at 16.3, almost, let's say, 5%, maybe around 5 to 10, meaning that in just 25 days, Kalshi has already added roughly 740,000 more transactions than all October. At the moment, it's even clearer when looking further back. In this space, November is on track to register more than 2x transaction recorded in September, which is an exponential growth. It's huge growth for Kalshi here. So moving forward,
so we can figure out how many wallets have actually got connected. Like, is it actually just users growing, or the users become more confident?
That's transactions. So once again, that's transactions. I mean, we always need to. We don't have that data on the post, but it's always interesting when we see transactions and volume that each transaction, or the average volume of each transaction, you know. And because it can be kind of the same users making more transactions, it can be new users. I mean, we always have to compare that data. But I mean, what I wanted to highlight, and this is what this data has been showing us, that has been a exponential growth all over the place with prediction markets here. So we saw Kalshi, here we have Myriads, just posted also an all-time high in November, with almost $7 million in total volume traded. So the reason crypto native prediction flow around Pengu is exploding, pushing Myriad to become the market most linked to real crypto events and sentiment, according to Mouse. Shout out to Mouse, by the way. I was able to meet him at DuniCon a couple of weeks ago.
Wait a minute, can we go back to that one?
Yeah. This is total volume, right? I don't know what's happening around Pengu. Is a trade. Pengu is a token from the Pudgy Penguins, from the Pudgy Penguins ecosystem. Since Myriad is kind of tapping on that kind of specific markets.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is what we're seeing, like a Kalshi with sports, let's say Poly market with politics and elections, and we're seeing Myriads with something else. I'm not going to say this is a meme coin, but it's a coin based on an NFT collection. Depends. I mean, what people did with meme coins make this expression so misused. But anyway, now from Polymarket, the weekly volume from market tagged as crypto on Polymarket at reaching all-time highs. So Polymarket has been kind of king when it comes to elections, politics, and crypto as well. So meanwhile, sports and politics are styling or in a small downtrend, because Kalshi is eating these markets here when it comes to sports and politics, probably because there's nothing going on around politics after New York elections, right?
Yeah, I'd guess so.
Yeah. Okay, one more here, also from Myriad. So transaction and notional volume. So transactions and notional volume in Myriads are going parabolic. They just crossed 2 million cumulative transactions with 150 million in notional volume. So if we go to the chart, see, this is exponential. Any plans, Roman, to add other prediction markets in the future? Because we've been seeing Limitless, Myriad, and Opinion. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Myriad is actually like pretty interesting. I know about Opinion, and honestly, I'm kind of happy this is happening because it's important. Well, I don't think it's important, but I think we see it often. You know, different regions, for example, have their own tools. So like something that I had never heard of was like Edge Trade, and then I hop on crypto Twitter and it's like huge in APAC, like the Asia region, and it's like, oh dang, like it just shows, like, goes to show like how large the Web3 ecosystem is. Or like I went to Token 49 for Singapore this year. OKX is huge, like insane. Like, they're like renting out the whole building. So hosting a party, and then in the US we know like Coinbase, and that's it. Europe has Binance. I guess Europe has Binance, and Asia has Binance too.
Europe has Coinbase.
Yeah, Europe.
Europe. Binance is not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Latin America is Binance as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're mostly Coinbase.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, Binance. Has a good amount of Asia, good amount of, like, I guess, Middle East, you could call it. But OKX is huge in like Singapore, the Hong Kong, those areas. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and we've been highlighting this in the show. I mean, most of the content that we still see, at least on our echo chamber here on Twitter, is United States tuned vibe around prediction markets.
Right.
And it's still, I mean, I think there's a lot of room to grow all over the world for different markets, and we've been talking about it, how we believe that, I mean, there's a place for everyone in this space, because there's so much diversity both in platforms, markets, and people's interests on this. Yeah,
it'll be like, I know people don't like to draw the lines, but like betting, there are some absolutely huge betting companies that everybody knows, and then there's some other very large betting companies that people don't know, but they still exist. And prediction markets will be the exact same.
Yeah. Okay, let's move forward here. Are we good to go with you, Roman? Because we are moving to another part here. It's the legal part of the show.
Yep. I'll stay on for the legal part, and then I do got to bounce after, but I'll be on.
Cool. Okay. So let's get started with what's going on. So guys, I have a note for this here. So a class action lawsuit was filed on November 27th. It was Friday. In New York against Kalshi, accusing it of misleading users by operating an unlicensed sport book rather than a true P2P platform. So this lawsuit includes targeting underage bettors and false nationwide advertising, potentially exposing thousands to financial losses under state gaming laws. So this is the argument against Kalshi on this lawsuit. And we have this post here from Daniel Wallace. So New Kalshi has been hit with a nationwide class action lawsuit in New York for operating an illegal online sports betting platform and for duping customers into believing that they are legally gambling against other customers when they are actually gambling against the house. So basically, the lawsuit says that Kalshi is not a P2P platform because people would actually be betting against Kalshi, against the house. So it will be just a new betting company. This is the allegation here. Really fast, people on Twitter started to call out a lot of accusations. So if a project calls itself a prediction market but acts like a sportsbook, that's a problem for the whole industry. They literally talk about legal betting and make fake claims about being legal in 50 states. Promoting gambling with 15-year-old kids is not right. I know many great KOLs from Kalshi, and I don't want any beef, but that the team is doing is not cool. So it's assumptions here that everything written on the lawsuit is true. So a lot of people went through this narrative here. We have Kyle here. Kyle has putting out some great content.
Have you noticed all the badges are gone? So like
this badge
doesn't have the Polymarket badge. Kyle's not got a badge
anymore. Yeah, that's true.
It's not got a badge anymore. He switched it for somebody else. Like all the badges disappeared. I totally called this 2 months ago. I told you this would happen.
Damn, where is I had this post here. Where is Kyle the Rider? Okay, this is the post from Kyle. Guys, I mean, first thing that I would advise when this stuff happens is hold your horses, stop making assumptions of what's true and what's not. Yeah, you don't get clicks. I know it's not sexy, you don't get clicks by doing that. Yeah, but so trust the odds. The most powerful phrase I've seen and actively using was broken. So it's an assumption, guys. We don't know exactly what's going on. So, but this is the important thing. A lot of people came out like pointing fingers and saying, oh, Kalshi is doing this, is doing that. But actually, that's what the lawsuit kind of intends to prove that's going on. And then
and give our guest a bit of background. Diego used to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
So this is why Diego approaches this like this.
Yeah. So that's my lawyer thinking. Anyway, something really interesting that I want to go through is this post from Luana Lopez. So Luana is one of the co-founders from Kalshi. We see Tarek talking and being the face of Kalshi, but she's one of the co-founders, and she's not often comes out on Twitter to post stuff, but And let's go through what she said here. So I try to avoid engaging with stupid lies on X, but this is a pure smear campaign. This account and others are being paid by our competitor to amplify a baseless lawsuit. The allegations are false and reveal a fundamental and maybe intentional misunderstanding of how these markets work. Any company with a large consumer base deal with lawsuits that have no merit. This one is no different, and we will address it in court. And yeah, I can go to comments after a bit more. Let's go. So yeah, Kaushi is an exchange. It's peer-to-peer and there is no house. Anyone can place orders and trade against anyone else, whether it's a person or an entity. Like any financial exchange, we have market makers that compete openly against each other and help bootstrap liquidity. Anyone can sign up to our market maker programs where you commit to liquidity obligations. If you're interested, email support and we will get you set up. Yes, one of the participants on the exchange is our affiliate Cauchy Trading. This is a common and regulated practice in our industry, which helps provide liquidity for a better user experience. Many financial exchanges have similar setups, especially for new products. It receives no preferential access to treatment that gives them any advantage. It's treated like any other participant of the exchange. It operates as a separate team with different leadership. It's not profitable. This is the most interesting. It's not profitable. This is being we've been calling out this. As markets mature, its share of volume naturally declines. For example, on sports market this month, Cauchy trading is less than 6% of the making volume. It's not surprising that entrenched interests are seeking false narratives to discredit prediction markets. This is very similar to what the banks did to discredit the crypto industry. A good reminder not to blindly trust what you read online. Exactly, this is. So what's disappointing is that other prediction markets are also doing it, even though it hurts everyone in the industry. I'm not posting this to create another X flare up. Cauchy has had its share of the blame in the past. I am posting this with the hope that the industry matures beyond this destructive infighting and decides to work together to achieve the full potential of prediction markets. Cauchy will do its part. I hope others do too. Okay,
You know,
guys.
you know what we're missing here, guys, and what will probably come out of this?
Ah,
A lobbying group for prediction markets.
it
Because the
would be
betting
nice.
industry already has a lobbying group. The financial industry already has lobbying groups. They're going to need lobbying groups.
If
Because they
if
can't go around fighting every war one by one. They need to get together and do it. And it's funny because Cauchy was the complete arsehole when Shane Copland got arrested. Cauchy were like top arseholes when that happened. So I think it's funny they're like, oh well, now it's happening to us. We don't think this is very fair. Just like, well, you started it. Actually started it. You guys are the first ones to like badmouth your competitor the moment they got arrested.
yeah. Any opinion on that, Roman?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think we've all been in crypto long enough to know that people are very tribal. Like you have Solana versus Ethereum for all the years, and tale as old as time. Lawsuits happen all the time. I mean, what the FBI also raided Polymarket back in the day, and now you have like a revenge story. I think this one lawsuit for Cauchy is also like BS, respectfully. Don't think anything will come out of it. Just to create noise. Both sides are both responsible for the problem that you're seeing on X. The people with the Cauchy badges and the people with the Polymarket badges, both are responsible for it.
They did it. They built this world.
Yeah, so it is what it is. It's just noise, in my opinion. Just keep building.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
totally
don't think
agree.
this is going to stop it.
I
I'd
think
be
we have.
interested to
Go ahead. Yeah.
who highlighted this to New York State. That's who I'm interested. Was it a betting company? Was
I'm
it
sorry?
somebody out of Vegas? I'd be interested to know who highlighted this issue that they're dealing with right now to the regulator. Who
Yeah.
brought it forward? Because I don't think it's Polymarket. I think
It could be somebody. It could be a Polymarket investor.
guys out of Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because they really hate them out there.
Right. Yeah. It's entertaining. I will say that. It's good media.
Yes,
Yeah.
listen, crypto's just entertainment.
Yeah. So a lot of things from this. Basically, to promote a lawsuit against anyone, you just need time and money, and that's it. So if you can afford the lawyers, you can have a lawsuit against anyone. And in this kind of situation, it's kind of easy to state allegations that are kind of going to be hard to be explained if you're not technical about that. So to the average Joe, you just say, no, see, we have this company, which is Kalshi Trading. They have the same name of the mother company, and they are putting money there, and you're trading against them. So you're trading against Kalshi. So it seems simple, and people get that and just repeat that out loud. But I mean, it's really serious to just take conclusions before anything happens in this, and to anything of this is proven. And what, so the fact that it's not profitable, I think it highlights something that we've been talking here. I mean, Polymarket, Kalshi, they still don't make money. I mean, eventually they will. And something that you both guys mentioned is, I mean, the fight is not, it should not be between people building on prediction markets. It should be with people who are still using old sports books and traditional betting industry. That should be the fight we are fighting against. Bringing stuff to prediction markets, or especially on-chain prediction markets, that's the end game. That's what we want to see, and that's the industry we are going to fight for. So it should be prediction markets against traditional betting and sports books, not prediction markets fighting against each other. So it doesn't matter if you wear a Kalshi or a Polymarket badge. I think we should support this front of the on-chain world as a whole. So it makes me really sad to see some polls like from Atlantis and Kyle. I mean, just repeat state parts of the lawsuit just to get some kind of attention. Yeah.
I do gotta hop on, guys, but pleasure chatting.
Yeah, man. Good speaking.
Yeah, great to have you here, man. And let us know when Bravado comes live.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Amazing. Great. So, guys, with this, let's move forward to. Okay, let's move forward. I have this here from Charlie. Charlie, I think Charlie is from Paradigm. I'm just assuming they are investors in Kalshi. So Kalshi
No,
is
but also
well.
they are doing a big push to keep prediction markets moving forward. So
I
like
think so. Yeah.
no, they are, like they announced it.
Okay.
They're doing like a broad push, like supporting all prediction markets.
Okay, so Kalshi is well on its way, became a generational company. The founders are brilliant, doing things the right way, and have a killer team by their side. Agreed, it is time to move fast in fighting and focus on ensuring that prediction markets reach their full potential. This is it. This is it. This is a TLDR, and yeah, this is what we should fight for, moving prediction markets forward. And that's it. I wanted to highlight the fact that Kalshi Trading is not profitable. It's a company that it seems to be just one more player that provides liquidity to Kalshi. Yeah. Okay, moving forward on the other side of the spectrum, we have here. No, I'm not going to subscribe to Forbes, but yeah, we have Shane Copeland, founder of Polymarket, making the cover of Forbes magazine. So inside the deal that makes Polymarket founder one of the youngest billionaires on earth. So this is it. It made waves on Twitter.
Did he actually say on Earth? Because like I didn't realize there were billionaires on other planets.
they said on Earth. Yeah. Yeah, it was too much.
How did I get through the editor?
Yeah. I think probably they post this on ChatGPT and said proofread, and that was that. Okay, prediction markets like Polymarket lets thousands of ordinary people bet on future events. The unemployment rate, say, or when Bitcoin. Fuck. No, they're using CAPC here. No, it was not proofreaded by an editor for sure. Will hit an all-time high. So in aggregate, prediction markets bets have proven to be something of a crystal ball. Okay, we know this one here. So Copeland initially turned down Sprecher's buyout offer, but this caution led to negotiations and eventually a deal. In October, Intercontinental announced it had invested 2 billion. Yeah, we covered this for a 25% stake in the company, bringing the youngest solo founder the balance he was looking for. We are consumer, we are viral, we are culture. They are finance, they are headless, and they are infrastructure, Kaplan tells Forbes in a recent interview. And we saw him also in 60 Minutes, the TV show last week. So, guys, you can give it a read on this article here. You can read up to 4
A nice
articles for free.
puff piece for Sean.
Yeah, it is, and it's good to bring the let's say the average audience eyeballs to prediction markets.
Yeah. Didn't
Not
you do
that
this the same with what's his face though? FBF, SF.
SBF, yeah, they did. They do the very one. Yeah, SBF. Yeah. Okay, moving forward here, a list of polymarket traders on X that share their place in alpha. This is from Greek Gambler. It's cute content. So if you want to learn more about prediction markets, especially about your strategy, we've been selling this. So make the smaller trades, try out different kinds of markets, try to find your edge, try to find markets that you understand better than other people. And so Greek Gambler is sharing his here this list of traders on Polymarket that they're using different strategies to win. Sadly, most real Polymarket traders on X only post slop. They don't share any picks before the market resolves and just show us their wins. Of course, because if you share your strategy will not work if everyone copies that. It's not sadly. I mean,
most of them don't have a strategy. They're just
it's
betting.
maybe it's just random stuff. So here's a few that aren't just that. The first one, Sibka, great trader with 150,000 profit. He has been posting on X some bangers and he shares really often his positions. Moses, which we've been covering here for a long time. So you probably know him already. I have made some money in the past by following some of his Middle East plays. He has $100,000 profit and started just with $1, which is the most impressive journey I have seen. Crypto Monday. Monday has 60,000 profit and he shares some bangers on X2, mostly related to Mr. Beast. He views markets. I keep an eye on his account. So Godrama, one of my Polymarkets friends that we keep sharing alpha with each other. He has shared some good plays in the past on his X with some great analysis, most related to League of Legends. It's cool. I have made some money. So we have here League of Legends, which is esports. We have Mr. Beast. We have Middle East plays. I mean, totally different kinds of markets. So we probably have an edge on one of those. So Parzival PM, so new to X, but he is one of the best polymarket traders I know. From what he told me, he will be posting some quality content and he already made some great posts. That's it. So check these accounts out. Maybe you can take some good content out of them. Found an insider cluster. This is from Kyle. So I just mentioned how Kyle has been putting some good content out. And this is okay. Found an insider cluster at Lighter FDV Poly Market. Let me open this market here because I had this here, Lighter FDV. So basically what is being traded here on this market is the full diluted valuation of these Lighter projects, and there's also an airdrop. So I was just checking here the rules. So there are good chances that there will be an airdrop with unlocked tokens by December 31st, and people are speculating on the valuation of these tokens. This is what he's talking about here. So 10 plus wallets are netted by on-chain. I decided to share 3 of them with you. So Boobman, Boobman. So trader registered his profile 3 days ago, loaded over $62,000 into Polymarkets attached to Liar token launch. So this is how people are trying to envision insider trading here. So it's a new account. It just deposits $60,000 in 2 markets. I mean, why? If they don't have any kind of special information on that. At first, this trader believed the Liar will perform the token generated event by December 31. His entry was performed at 61 per share, and we see that's already 76% now. Yeah, he's winning. At second, he believes LiDAR FTV will be over $1 billion a day after launch. Entry price at 58 per share, which now 67. So yeah, almost 10% on both. Same here. Jess Givermore, Wallet performed his trades on November 21st, buying Yes shares over $1 billion with limit orders. Right now, his single positions is valued around $20,000. And the other one in Pure Meme, kind of different traders having old wallets, holding shares at LiDAR. LiDAR will perform an error by December 31st and plus 1 billion a day after launch. He started aping his position November 26 on last Thursday. Now his current total position values around $6,000. It's the same play that this first wallet here. I think this first wallet is the most interesting one. Yeah, they are all
it could be a copy trade.
Could be. The other ones should it seems to be, but this one I think we should keep an eye on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Tulip King. Let's see here. Prediction marks. Oh, okay, yeah. This is a good post from last week. Save it. Yeah. So Sam from Masari, we covered some content of him before. Let's dive into this. How can prediction markets be a way for you to become a better trader? Not because they are efficient, but because they let you test mental models in domains where your intuition is actually wrong without all the crypto Twitter noise. Here is an example. I watch a lot of movies and keep up with film culture. I probably have a tire gap between between what I think I know and what I actually know in film than I do in most shitcoins. So when Polymarket listed a market for highest US box office of 2024, I took Minecraft at 15 cents. Wicked 2 was 55 cents. Zootopia 2 was 30 cents. Was I certain Minecraft would win? No, but it looked mispriced. So Minecraft had already locked in 520 million dollars domestic. Wicked 2 only has around 30 days to catch up, and the highest grossing movies of the year always come from summer, not late year releases. Never knew about that. So Zootopia 2, another family movie, releases the same weekend and would split demand. Anecdotally, I have Wicked 2 has less recognizable music and a weaker story than the first movie.
So all the good songs were in the first movie. All the famous songs were in the first movie. So yeah, it's probably not going to be a runner.
Yeah, and the second movies are not the follow-up movie usually is not as good as the first.
Usually. There's a couple of ones that buck that trend, but yeah.
Yeah. So Wicked Part 1 only did around 450 million, tight margin with Minecraft. So even if I was only 40 to 60% confident Minecraft was actually going to be the highest grossing movie at 15 cents, it was obviously mispriced. So the risk reward was too good. Size the position, express the view, let the math carry it. Crypto makes position sizing hard because flows overpower fundamentals. Prediction markets are helpful in turning your intuition, defining confidence intervals, and practicing making probabilistic bets without the noise. This is how you build real trading instincts. And 0x Tulip King mode. So we are going to cover an article from Tulip King as well. He used to be Messari. He's now with Not Red Guy. Let's see. It's really interesting. I mean, this part here. So crypto makes position sizing hard because flows overpower fundamentals, and prediction markets are helpful in turning your intuition, defining confidence intervals, and practicing making probabilistic bets without the noise. That's it, guys.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, it is. So I have this from Tulip King, but I rather save this for next show.
Okay.
Is that okay for you, Nick? Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. So it's a thesis for the prediction market super cycle, but it's deep. It's just not repeating prediction market super cycle. So
Maybe you jump on this after because we got another guest on Thursday. So
Yeah, so Thursday we're going to have Julian from Mimcoin Prediction Markets, and yeah, he's going to be here with me. We can cover this and a lot more, guys. So I think that's it for today. Thanks a lot for joining.
Tighter show.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. A lot of content, especially with the lawsuit against Kaushi. I think we need to be cautious with that. And yeah, I also save it for next show. A lot of trade ideas that people have been sharing. It seemed to be kind of a new thing happening. I saw this today, but I mean, like over 10 tweets talking about the same thing. I mean, okay, this guy's trading like this guy's trading like that, and
it's people making content about other people's content.
Yeah. Basically that's it.
About an echo chamber.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
But it's kind of cyclical. What I mean is kind of a cyclical, Every couple of weeks we have a kind of a new trend of a thing. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what happens.
Okay, guys, that's it. It was the Monday show, which sometimes is grumpy. Not today, but was a little bit. We're fine. Just fine. Okay. See you guys back on Thursday with Julian here as our guest. If you see anything that you find interesting, just ping us. You can ping me or the Groovy account, and make sure to follow us and read the newsletter on Substack. Substack $1 trade show there. That's it. Thanks a lot for joining. See you guys on Thursday.
Thanks, guys.